YouTube sensation Cleetus McFarland, aka Garrett Mitchell, went on the Dale Jr. Download earlier this week, and also the Speed podcast with Kevin Harvick and Will Buxton, to announce that he has signed a deal with Childress Racing to compete in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series for at least 3 races a year for this year and next year, and a greater focus on expanding his experience. Cleetus was quoted as saying, "RCR called me up, offered me a ride in their O'Reilly car for 3 or 4 races a year for 2 years. He went further and said, pretty unbelievable to me, and I'm just so thankful and excited. It just doesn't even sound real coming out of my mouth still." It's an arrangement where he's done time in the simulator and getting feedback from different engineers, crew chiefs, and drivers on his driving style and driving, ability and experience at the moment, which is very limited, and he admitted it as such during his conversation with Dale Jr. They discussed a whole variety of things in that show. McFarland went and took a whole tour with Ty Dillon, the grandson of Richard Childress, around the campus of Childress Racing. Went through a lot of the buildings that they have there. He will race at Rockingham Speedway on April 4th and will be sponsored by Tommy's Express Car Wash, which is a company that he is connected with in business, but also is very interested in wanting to do business with him and sponsor this endeavor, what it will be a 6-race endeavor. He admitted that, his performance at Daytona in a truck was disheartening, but that he knows he needs to get more experience. And Dale Jr. talked to him about doing late model races, buying a late model, doing late model races, going and running more ARCA, running more O'Reilly trucks, etc., etc. Mitchell said Earnhardt was among the first people he contacted after receiving the offer and encouraged him to pursue the opportunity. The expectations, noting the performance could determine whether NASCAR allows him to compete at larger super speedways in the future, which is the ultimate goal for McFarland, to be able to be cleared to race at Talladega later this year and then Daytona further on. McFarland is focused a lot on the super speedways. RCR is the best at super speedways in the O'Reilly series, so if he does get cleared, he would be in a car that could compete immediately to win, though the notion that he would be able to beat his own teammates and Austin Hill and Jesse Love is to be determined. Talking about the chance of being lapped at Rockingham, Dale Jr. said, "There is a chance you'll be passed by the leaders. You'll be judged by how well you get out of their way. I won't tell you what RCR is going to tell you to do, but one of them is coming by you on the outside. Don't drive into the corner. Just slip that car length earlier. Let them clear in front of you." Talking about how he should drive at Rockingham when he goes and makes his O'Reilly debut. And we'll see how Cleetus McFarland does in that race, and talk about anything goes on with that and more here on Motorsports Reports. And also tune in to the Gripster podcast hosted by me and my co-host Josh on all podcast platforms.